How's everybody tonight? Glad y'all could make it here. I almost didn't. Had a fight with my wife this afternoon. When I was at home laying in bed, she came home. She came running upstairs, yelling, screaming, throwing things. I couldn't even understand what she was saying. It was so embarrassing. I had to tell her sister to get dressed and go home. I didn't want her to see that. So I turn around and look at my wife stand there with the pruning shears, the garden shears, threatening to cut off my testicles, okay? I said, well, we've been married for 11 years. We can talk, we can work things out, we can compromise, and that's what we did this afternoon. I agreed to buy her a new car every year. 1-carat diamond ring, and a 10-day cruise. So I got the better end of the deal. She let me keep my balls. There they are. Fortunately, we had the canning supplies, so I'm using the new soap, a new soap in the shower now, so I can put my scratch these. Still doing okay tonight? I really got the better end of that deal. She wanted a 14-day cruise. I had to do one more thing before I came down here. This is the 1 week of the month where she doesn't have PMS, which means she has her period. So I had to run to the store and pick up some chocolate and tampons. No problem, I can get tampons. I know what they're used for, I know what they look like. I don't have a problem doing that. It's not that big of a deal. So I get to the store and I'm looking for the tampons, and I see them down at the end of this aisle here. Walk down the aisle, and of course I can walk past the toilet paper. And I noticed something about toilet paper now. They have this little line on there that says, this product is made from recycled materials. Let's just use it once and throw it away, okay? Anyway, I got to the tampon section, no problem, right? I take a look and there's a problem. There's this huge selection, rows and shelves of tampons. I have no idea what I do. So I said to myself, I'm going to think like a woman. If I was a woman, what would I want in a tampon? Well, apparently they don't make tampons that vibrate. I'm applying for a patent. Anyway, being a man, if a man had to buy tampons for himself, I mean, come on guys, what type would we pick? We'd pick the biggest damn tampons there are. So I started looking for big tampons, and I found tampons in boxes, found tampons in bags, I found them where all on the floor, and buy them by the pound. You know, if they did make tampons for men, I think you have to have different names for them. Playtex doesn't quite sound strong and firm enough. Light Days doesn't do it for me, I don't know about you guys. How about this? How about Macho Wads? Stud Plugs? And of course, on those heavy flow days, guys, we'd reach for the Turbo Booms. Anyway, I gotta get these tampons for my wife so I can get down here tonight. So I'm looking for the biggest tampons there are, and I see them. They're there. They're so big. It's on one per package. One per package. Do some of you ladies know which type I'm talking about? They're called Spillmate. All right. What else? Let's see. Oh, audience interaction. We're supposed to do some of that. How about all the guys here tonight that are not impotent? Go ahead and clap your hands. Let's hear it. Come on. Come on. I got a response from you. All right, right, something for the ladies. How about hold your hands above your head if you have breasts. Now there's no response. Okay, we got one here. You got two? Two, okay. Any of you, I assume it's just being shy, so I'll assume you have breasts and you're probably wearing bras. I don't hear anyone. Anyone wearing a sports bra? I was going to ask for a volunteer. No sports bra. No, you've worn them before. I mean, you know what they are. I had a feeling no one would have a sports bra on tonight. I brought mine with me. Now, I think the women here know this. I don't know if the guys do or not. I mean, I do. These things are very, very comfortable. And that's why the women like them. But there's a problem with sports bras. They're hard to put on, and they're hard to take off. Hey guys, if your date has one of these on tonight, you're not going to feel anything. You'd have better luck if she was wrapped in duct tape. It comes off easier and kind of gets rid of some of that unwanted hair. So anyway, I started with the women I've been talking to, and they're going to throw away their sports bra. And I thought, well, what a waste. We need to find a new use for them. I mean, we're recycling toilet paper. Let's find something to do with these things. Well, I worked on it, and I kind of thought of the hostage thing in Iraq. You remember that? But I had a better idea. New way to put them on, new way to wear them. Easy to put on, easy to take off. Very comfortable. Your boyfriend will love it. Your husband will love it. Crotchless panties. I put them on backwards. That's all I have for you tonight. Thank you.
Eric Anderson, one more time, Eric. We're going to move right along. I want to point out something just before we start. One is that to recall Carl's opening announcement, we do not censor our comedians here. I will tell you that, just repeat that, just so you guys are aware of it. We're probably the only comedy club in the Northwest that doesn't. And we try and encourage creativity. And the other thing I would like to point out is that the comedy competition these people are auditioning for is a professional competition attracting comedians from all over the United States, professional comedians, stand-up comedians from all over the United States. A lot of those people are submitting tapes to us from other cities, from New York, Los Angeles, Chicago. And what we're doing here is on Wednesday nights, is we're looking for the local talent, the ones that we don't know. So we've got to come up here and fill up. We're looking for people who will be able to hold their own with professional comedians, and that's going to be part of our standard judging. We just want to pass that on to you. So, with that said, we're going to move right along to our next performer tonight, comedian number 2, my personal favorite, and the father of Alex and Mallory. Please welcome to the stage, Greg Keaton. Greg Keaton.
How you doing? Good. Glad everybody's doing all right. Well, you know, you guys have heard of Herschel the Seal down here at Ballard Locks. You know, he's the one that's eating on fish, and they keep trying to get rid of him. Took him up there to California and dropped him off, and he got back here before the plane landed. And they tried everything in the world to get rid of him, so they decided they were going to kill him. So a couple of days later, they came out and they said he was going to get a 6-month stay of execution. The thing about it was, I didn't realize they hang seals in this state. Yeah. A lot of things we've been hearing about Haiti in the news here lately. I don't know. I think maybe the government's not quite doing this the right way. You know, we sent 6 destroyers over there. Go up against these people who are going to use voodoo on us. And I thought, now, wouldn't it be just a little bit better, you know, if the president said to him, voodoo? You want some voodoo? I'll show you some voodoo. We'll go out here and get Charles Manson, hang some chickens on him, give him a machete, and take him over there and drop him on time. Here, motherfucker, here's some goddamn voodoo for you. Yeah, that's right. I figured in 2 or 3 days they'd be calling back up saying, all right, bring that president back in here. Man, just get this scary son of a bitch out of here. And I thought, well, why not just kill 2 birds with 1 stone with this guy? Since we already got him over there with his chickens on him and his machete, why don't we just take him over to Cuba and tell him, say, hey man, Castro needs a shave. Oh me, well I used to work in the operating room, and you see some freaky shit there. One day they wheeled this old boy in, I said, Doc, what's the deal on this old boy? He said, man, he's got a pool ball stuck in his ass. I said, what? He's got a pool ball stuck in his ass. Well, now talk about call you shot 2 rails up Bob's ass over here. Is that pretty good, bunch of guys? Looking good, looking good. Well, I've been out looking for a new doctor here recently, and that's kind of an adventure in itself. And one of the things that I learned that you need to consider when you're looking for a new doctor is their name. For example, my doctor's name is Dr. Moore. She's a real nice lady, and she does a good job. And I was up there a couple of weeks ago, and she's giving me a rectal exam. So while I was laying there, I thought I'd ask her a couple of quick questions. And I said, Dr. Moore? She said, well, I tried, but I'm up to my wrist already. Us guys, all our lives, we've been listening to the women complain to us about how we pee all over the place when we go in the bathroom. Ever since we just wee little folks, you know, they always complain about that. But the thing about it is, every time we go in there to pee, you women want to come up and pat us on the butt. A little weak, huh? Okay. Well, you know, nowadays, the big thing in cars is safety. And they get all blown up out of shape and talk about all these airbags. You know, they started out with the driver's side airbag, and then they go to the passenger side airbag. And you know, any guy that's ever been married knows we've had driver's side airbags for years. Oh, now, don't get ugly. It's just a joke. Just a joke. This Japanese-American rivalry thing is really something else these days, isn't it? It kind of all started when they came over and they attacked Pearl Harbor, and we got kind of pissed about it. So we dropped the bomb on it. They got kind of pissed at us about that and came over and took over our car and electronics industry. Then on top of that, they said Americans are a bunch of lazy, stupid fuckers. But I think we're fixing to get the ultimate revenge on them. These lattes and espressos and shit are getting to be real popular over there. Get them hooked on that high-powered coffee. Before long, they get all that caffeine in, man, it'll just round them eyes right on out. We'll go back over there in a couple of years and they'll all be looking like Americans. Then we'll just tell them, if you screw with us, we'll send something over there to make you taller, too. You guys seen that car commercial out there where they come on and they go, these balls are painted with the same 5 coats of paint this car is. And I thought, well, now there's something that's kind of trendy. Well, this guy's get our balls painted the same color as our car. Go down here to Mako and take them and throw them up over a ball rack. I got to come over here and spray paint them puffs for us. You know, but guys, here's the trick to the whole deal now. You wait for about a week and let that paint dry real good. Then you put your good coat of turtle wax on them puffs. When you get in the shower, that water just bead right up and roll right off of them. Well, listen, that's all the time for me. Little red lights on. You guys, been a lot of fun. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Kind of a southern accent he's got there. Must be from Centralia. So, ladies and gentlemen, Please, all your focus, all your attention, a warm round of applause and a warm welcome for contestant number 3, my personal favorite. Please, welcome to the stage, Mr. Steve Hyras. Give him a hand, Steve Hyras.
All right. How y'all doing? That's great. I'm really pleased. Okay, good. I'm in a pretty good mood. I just got back from Vegas last weekend, and I know you're thinking I was down there gambling away all my money, but you're wrong. You know, I was down there strictly for the sex. You see, I'd never paid for sex before. I was becoming worried the other guys in my Bible study group were beginning to talk. You know, so I figured my turn to come up, and I was really lucky because I get down there and I run into an old friend from high school who just happened to have some leftover coupons for one of the new bordellos in town, House of Harlot, I believe it was called. And don't use coupons at these places, guys. All right, take some advice from me because I'm really convinced that they just don't treat you the same as the full-paying guests. You know, I was like hanging out in the lounge and there were all these really beautiful women around, and the madam in charge told me that the only available one was Lucille, the inhibitor, an aging overweight dominatrix with an extreme foot fetish. You know, she's like, all right, you worm, where did this little piggy go? And man, you know, to market, you know, Ron Bott, he went to London to visit the Queen, and I'm like, I knew I had it right, you know, but I figured I'd better not try to correct her. So, but looking back and in retrospect, it really wasn't that bad of an experience. You know, in fact, afterwards, I would see guys in the Harlot Lounge who were walking with the same limp as me. You know, we would like smile and wink at each other, you know, maybe do one of those. So that was pretty cool. So the other day I was out shopping at the mall and I got hassled by these animal activist types who were mad with me because I was like wearing a leather jacket, you know. One of them called me cow killer. And, you know, like if I had a little, you know, northern spotted owl pillbox hat, I could understand, but man, cows, you know, are they really that scarce in these parts? Anyone who has that much concern for a cow has obviously never seen one up close and personal, because cows are the four-legged morons of the barnyard, are they not? You know, you could invite some activists up to the farm to give liberating the cows their best shot, you know, and they would get the gate open, perhaps, you know, and it would be like, okay, my bovine friends, you are finally free to roam and graze as you please. No, hey, cow, it's over this way. Come on, you know, while you got the chance. And, hey, Bessie, come on, let's move it. You know, the cows would be like standing in the middle of the road. Man, I'm scared, man. Who are these people? What are they doing? Tell you what, I'll move if you will. Oh, okay, that reminds me, all right. I wasn't going to do this, but if that super duper hyper mega hit song Feelings had indeed been written by a cow, I think that it would go something like this. Thank you. I've worked on that a lot. You can see I spent a lot of time in front of the mirror working that baby out. I normally don't do impersonations. I usually have trouble with them. I did a Frank Sinatra impersonation in my act once, and someone came up to me afterwards and said, why did you have Yogi Bear singing New York, New York? And I don't know, pick me basket, you know? Boy, that was tough. So I'm kind of just working my way back up the food chain, starting with cows, and I may give Mr. Ed a shot someday. So I'm a little worried. I can't help but to feel that we have all been taken in by the sexual suggestiveness of this seemingly harmless mural behind me, which has now been so festively decorated with Halloween decorations here. But you see, I've been to community college, and so I've been hip to this subliminal seduction shit. And this thing has got sex written all over it, you know? I mean, case in point, like how many ladies out there at Old Smith Tower here, they're thinking, too pointy, wrong color, you know? Yeah, well, definitely wrong color. I don't think anybody anywhere would want to do it with somebody who has a gray dick, you know, because more than likely, you know, if the dude's dick is gray, the dude is dead. And you don't want to do it with the dead because, you know, once you screw them and then they never call. And so remember, dick is gray, stay away. Okay, just a little helpful sexual aphorism for these trying times that we live in. Okay, I'm just trying to keep you safe. You know, a little helpful pointer from me, the Dr. Ruth of Necrophilia. Thank you. So speaking of humping the dead, I recently broke up with my girlfriend, and I really can't be too disappointed with the whole thing. It really wasn't that functional of a relationship. You know, we'd get these huge arguments that would never get resolved, and then one of us would harbor resentment towards the other one, which would lead to us, you know, doing little things to try to get even with each other, like she would put pepper oil in my Cruex, and then I would Scotch guard her Tampax, and we could sense that things weren't going to work out, you know. She wanted me to go see a counselor, and like, what I really need now is a therapist who can take a punch, you know. But they're all like, oh no, Steve, you have to talk to us. You're not allowed to hit us, you know. Fuck, what a bunch of girls, man. I did go see this one therapist, and it's kind of weird, you know. He kept telling me that I should be true to my inner self, and I shouldn't be afraid to try new things, and I should always trust my instincts. And then he asked if I wanted a massage, and I don't know, I don't think he was a licensed therapist. And I might have let him, but he was kind of fat, you know. So, well, that's my time. I have to go. Thank you.
Steve Myers, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to move right along, ladies and gentlemen. Our next performer, we call him contestant number 4. He is my personal favorite. And he also was the inventor of the peppermint twist. Please welcome to the stage, Paul DePiro.
Hello, how's it going there? Everybody doing okay? Hey, it's been good to be back here. I don't live here in town. I live up north in Anacortes. We've been in the paper. We got a bad rap. I don't know if I quote, you know, one of the papers wrote, if you want to get away with murder, move to Anacortes. Swear to God. Okay. Well, it's true. We have a pretty lame police force up there. You know, I'm not originally from Anacortes, but that's where I'm living. You know, I got pulled over the other day. Just give you some example. I go, hey, do you mind? Can you think you give me a warning this time? So he took his gun out and shot over my head. This is Anacortes, okay? He goes, hey boy, your eyes look a little glassy, you've been smoking dope. I said, your eyes look a little glazed, you've been eating donuts. He's, I got no luck, I swear. I made a Hollywood stop the other day, you know, I got pulled over, I go, what did I do now? He goes, why didn't you stop? I go, look, I slowed down at the stop sign, I looked both ways and went through, what's the big deal? He goes, you didn't stop. I look, I slowed down, what's the big deal? I can see a half mile this way, a mile in that direction. He goes, you didn't stop. I go, look, I slowed down, what's the dip? He goes, get out. I get out of the car, he takes his billy club and starts to whip me over the head. He goes, you want me to stop? You want me to slow down? Fuck it. Asshole. They're picking on me. I was in the alley the other day. I swear to God, I had my finger on my friend's ass. He goes, what are you doing now? I go, my friend's had too much to drink or to make him throw up. He goes, how's your finger in his ass going to make him throw up? I go, once I pop it in his mouth. You know, I know. I kind of leave an impression wherever I go. Well, you heard about the latest scare in Seattle, haven't you? Yeah, I soaked up a Pepsi can and found 2 Seahawks tickets. You know, so, oh, come on. Look at that fucking record already, huh? Come on, I had 2 tickets I wanted to get rid of. I put them on the windshield of my car. It came out there were 15. What the deal? Oh, I know. I think, my own personal thing, I think the Mariners after the season, they've all put on fucking Seahawk uniforms. Okay, but we'll be the new Seahawks, okay? Oh, give me a break. You know, at the last Mariner game, I don't know, not many people know this, but at the Mariner game, the last game they had, Bill Clinton was there, and the umpire whispered something to Bill, so he walked over to Hillary and says, you gotta leave. She goes, what? He goes, get out of here. The umpire goes, no, Bill. I said, throw out the first pitch. You know, so, fuck Hillary. You know, Mount Rushmore's in two more faces. You know, Bill Clinton. You've heard that, right? But, oh God, I did like this one I just heard the other day, though. Hillary, you know, was in charge of our health program, and so she was going to the hospitals, checking out how the hospitals are running. And some guy sitting at the edge of the bed masturbating. She goes, "What's going on here?" And the guy, he says, "The guy produces too much semen, you know, if he doesn't release it, he gets very, very ill." She goes, "I see." So she goes to the other room, and this nurse is giving this man oral sex. And Hillary goes, "What the hell's going on here?" He goes, "Well, he's got the same problem as the other guy, but a better insurance." Some other things I wanted to talk about. You know, I only got a few minutes, so I want to hit on everything I wanted to bring up. True, this is true. I just sold my house in Anacortes. I've been there 6 years. Anybody here ever sell a house? This is an eye-opener for me. Anybody? Know what this is like? You have counter offers to a counter offer to a... It was a bad poker game. Anyway, I made a bunch of money. So I gave $6,000, you know, so much money's going out. Taxes. And then I learned about I have to reinvest in real estate within 2 years or I get the capital gains tax. So I got a way to get around this. Okay, take notes. If you buy a cemetery plot, you know, that land is paid for. So what I did was I put 15 lots together and put a mobile down. Hey, that's right. Hey, no property tax. The guy mows your lawn, and you know the neighbors don't complain about the stereo. Hey, that's good. All right. Put it down. I came up with that myself. Thank you very much. Oh, that's a big game. It's a big game. Went to a sex shop the other day. My sex life was a pit. I put a vagina up on the counter. Lady goes, "Do you mind if I ask what you're gonna do with that?" I said, Hey, come on. I'm embarrassed not to be here. Don't ask me what to do with that. He goes, "Calm down. The only reason I'm asking is if you're gonna eat it, there's no sales tax." You know, so. My sex life is a pit. So my girlfriend, I tried to get some started this morning with her, you know, fooling around. She goes, no, I got an appointment with the gynecologist. I can't have any sex. So tapped her on the shoulder and said, "You don't have a dentist appointment, do you?" So, yeah. She's not around anymore yet. Well, she wanted half the money from the house, you know, so she's not around anymore. I don't know where she is. I have a hell of a garden. I don't know. But she's something else. She's mad because I held the car door for her. We're like, well, we're going about 99.5, but fuck, you know. Well, I'm gonna wrap up here. A couple of things I did, a couple of mistakes. I don't want anybody else to do this mistake. You know, I made a mistake the other day. Don't do this. You know, I'm growing up now. I didn't acid, you know, last week. Don't do this again. I got talked into it. You know, I took acid and went horseback riding. Biggest mistake of my life. We get on these horses, they're bucking. I fell off, my foot got caught in the skin, bucking. I'll tell you, if the guy from Payless had to come out and plug that thing, I'd go to the So I gotta go, you've been great. I'm Paul here, thanks.
We're going to move right along with our show. Introduce contestant number 5, I believe, and the first woman performer of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, all your attention, a big round of applause, and welcome to the stage, Ramona!
Well, I worked on my self-affirmation this morning. Every day my mental disorders are getting milder. I can forgive myself and others. Oh yeah, men are more than just objects for sex. They're lovable meal tickets. Every day I get up, I have some coffee, and I'll have an antacid. And then I go out into the world and somebody hurts my feelings, and then I just go home. One day I went out into the world and someone tried to bore me to death, and I'd rather have my feelings hurt. I have a problem tell them that I think maybe I'm normal. I go to Tower Books, and in the magazine area, they have this big porno section. And I compulsively, obsessively stare, I can't help myself, at the people who are looking at those magazines. My mom, she told me to never smoke a cigarette while I'm pumping gas because I could blow up. So I tried it and nothing happened. But I looked really cool. Well, recently, for the first time in my life, I met a rock star. At the Fremont Antique Mall, I met Eddie Vedder, the lead singer of the rock group Pearl Jam. And yeah, we had a conversation. We looked at each other, and he said hi, and I said, hi there. And I think, well, it just goes to show that it's important to prepare for that moment when you meet someone famous, so that you'll know what to do, like I did. Oh yeah, so the holidays. I love the holidays, and our whole family would go to my parents' house, and we have this unusual tradition. We decorate this brick wall by the front door, we decorate it, and then for the rest of the evening we hit our heads against it. So, yeah, I'm not a big socializer. I'm not. Over the weekend, I went to a dinner party. And after dinner, everyone sat in a circle and stared at the baby. And as soon as we got home, my boyfriend had our number changed so that the baby couldn't get a hold of us. And oh yeah, this is how I met my boyfriend. He was drunker. He said really nice things to me, you know, like lies and stuff. And then he staggered to the bathroom to purchase condoms from the dispenser. And then we had sex. And then the bartender asked us to leave. So we went back to his place, and we had more to drink and more sex. And then we discussed love, commitment, marriage, and children. And then he was really nice. He let me use the bathroom first to throw up. Really. And then we went out for a nice breakfast. It's been 4 years, and we still enjoy romantic, leisurely drives to the unemployment office. Well, he's an artist. My boyfriend, he's an artist. he writes and composes music for the answering machine, our answering machine. So, that's my time. Thanks a lot.
Okay, we're going to move right along and introduce you to contestant number 6. Please, a warm welcome and all your attention to this person, my personal favorite. Please welcome to the stage Chris Matthews. Chris Matthews.
Okay, now I realize this is supposed to be a comedy show, but actually I want to discourage you from laughing. Okay, because on the one hand they say that laughter is the best medicine, and also on the other hand they say that laughter is infectious. Now to me this kind of sounds like feeding the hand that bites you. But this is what's going to happen. Okay, you're going to start laughing. At first it's going to feel really good. It's going to feel like a drug. And then you're going to get hooked. And then you're going to get infected, and you're going to have to laugh more to get better. It's going to be a vicious cycle started. You're going to infect the person at the next table. Before you know it, there's a veritable comedic epidemic started. It's not going to be pretty. Don't. Okay? Good. So now if you don't, it'll sound like my idea. All right. So there's this plane, and on this plane there is Rush Limbaugh, Joey Buttafuoco, Marky Mark, and Barney the Dinosaur. All of a sudden the plane starts to go down. They all four jump up and start arguing over who gets the one parachute. At this point the plane just bursts into flames and they totally crash and die. And well, I'm sorry there's no punchline there. This is kind of a fantasy I have. And now you do too. So thank you for sharing. I'll tell you a little something about myself. My favorite color is off, which you'll find out about. My favorite fragrance is off, insect repellent. My favorite light switch position is, no, it's not off, it's 2/3 of the way up on a dimmer. Don't second guess me, please. And my favorite jack is nickel. No, it's off this week, okay. And my favorite audience is, of course, you. But you guys are a little off, so you have the edge. And well, if you'll turn your the other cheek, I'll get the rest of your butt, dear audience. Okay. Little audience participation, thank you. Just make sure you're still awake. A little knock-knock thing, kind of a knock-knock. Sawyer. Saw your hand off in an industrial accident, you'll get a big cash settlement. Okay, that was a little rough. Let me back up. Knock, knock. Sawyer. Saw your dad down buying about $3,000 worth of lottery tickets. Where the hell did he get? Man, what happened to your hand? Okay. A little more about me. I'm divorced. Thank you. I have a 12-year-old son. Last week, actually, he tried to pass me off, not as his father, but as his older brother, so I guess we'll be picking up chicks together pretty soon. That's fine, because I want to stay with him, make sure he doesn't make the same mistakes that I do. I think I've already taught him not to marry his mother, so that's good. Thank you. But actually, it's hard to believe he's the same kid who, when he was about 1, I remember his mother had me on like a monthly schedule. She'd let me have sex, so, when she called, I came, literally, and one morning she was feeling particularly amorous, and I didn't ask, I just went for it, and my son was like crawling around the floor somewhere. I didn't worry about him. It was like, he saw my butt bobbing up and down and thought, ooh, that looks like fun. Horsey ride. So really, he crawls up on the bed, tries to grab my ass and go for, well, we stopped, and anyway. Okay, I just gave that to you as, just so you could get the image, Most of you probably can't even imagine your parents having sex, much less you actually ride in your father's butt while he's penetrating her. Okay, maybe that's a little more than you needed to know. Okay. I know some of you are probably pissed off at our president right now, but I'd like to kind of, stand behind him, support him. I think he's trying. Sometimes maybe even a little too hard. Like, I don't know if you saw he was closing out the peace conference a while back. Somebody tossed a baseball cap with a peace sign on it. And he picked it up, put it on his head, you know, and started to walk off. Then he went back and he turned the thing backwards and he goes, "Peace, I'm out of here!" Little too hard, anyway. Actually, I didn't agree with the first decision he made, this lifting of the ban of the gays in the military. I'm sorry, that's just the way I feel about it. Because I don't feel homosexuals should be allowed in the armed forces. In fact, I don't think that's going far enough. I think they should ban Homo sapiens from being in the armed forces because it's just not healthy, all that bad food and yelling and the weapons. The weapons are bad and killing. And it's just the way I feel about it. I'm kind of radical that way. I don't know. Halloween's coming, as you probably can tell here. But I don't know if many of you know the actual origin of the whole thing of knocking on the door and saying trick or treat came from. Actually, it came from the 1890s, back when the prostitution houses, on Halloween, they actually had every 5th customer was a freebie. I'll let you catch up with that one. So, actually, it's been a treat for me here tonight because I'm not getting paid. And actually, the last gig I had was kind of weird. It was up in Everett. Actually, it was kind of a good gig in a way because I laughed at everything. But then I found out when I got off stage, it wasn't the jokes. They just think it's really hilarious to hear a human voice form actual words. So, actually, today I had a kind of a weird time. I dropped into the gynecologist, you know, but they just couldn't find an opening for me. So, anyway, actually they ejected me from the place because they have a very strict policy there. No shirt, no shoes, no cervix, you're out of here. And I'm out of here. I'm Chris Matthews. Thank you for laughing at me and enjoy the rest of the show. Good night.
Oh, sorry. Chris Matthews, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Matthews, oh, sorry. Chris Matthews. I'm so sorry. Oh, my God. What? Dude. I just feel like saying that to you. I don't know why. I feel like saying, dude. I don't know why. Let's look at these guys. They feel like going, dude. Yeah, dude. So everybody do that together. Come on, 1, 2, 3. Dude. Okay, good. Just got to, how to get that in my system, dude. It's all right. Who's next? Tell me who's next. Number 7. Thank you. The math major in the back. Okay, Bob Lee. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the stage contestant number 7. My personal favorite. Bob Lee, give him a hand. Bob Lee, give him a hand.
Everybody's personal favorite. You know, everywhere you go today, everywhere, people are coming up to you and they're always saying, you know, Bob, life is tough. Life's hard. And I know this. I mean, from my own standpoint, I have never seen a bald guy doing a shampoo commercial. Okay, there. I have never seen a fat guy doing a jockey short ad. Okay? I don't pay. But I'm an adult, I can handle it. Sometimes not well, but maybe better than some post office employees. Just getting out of those guys. The other night I had a fantastic idea. I don't get too many fantastic ideas. This can be verified. But I brought my wife home a box of SICC light chocolate. I hate light chocolate, but I'm a dark chocolate guy. But she got light chocolate because she likes it. I also bought her 2 red roses. She probably wanted a dozen, but 2 I can afford. You know, that's what she got. And I said, hon, look, why don't you and I have a fantastic romantic weekend? She says, Bob, that's a fantastic idea. I'll take you wine. We'll wine. I'll take you a candlelight dinner. We'll dance. We'll do the whole shooting match. And after a while, you know, maybe we'll get the man you want. Just find out what's going on. You know, rubber mask and gloves. You know. Hey, you got to be safe.
And she said, Bob, that is a fantastic idea. And I told her, say, she recognized it. She said, Bob, that was a good idea, but, and I realized right off the bat that that was not the kind of butt that was going to get me excited. That was the kind of butt that meant there was going to be a slight change in plans. Now, she said we have a wedding and a funeral to go to. I can't tell you how excited I was to do that. Now, I know that most of the ladies here tonight can accept the fact that when guys don't get their way, we never come. Right, fellas? Yeah. I do. It doesn't work, but it makes me feel good. I said, well, hon, who's the wedding for, sugar? She said, well, so-and-so and so-and-so. Now, that's not a Korean couple. I have to change the name because I don't want to get sued. But I said, I said, I don't know those people. She said, well, I know the mother of the bride. The mother of the bride? I mean, we're going, because you know the mother of the bride? I don't care if you know the child molesting cousin of the groom. I am not going, you know? Sometimes, guys, you got to put your foot right down, you know? I said, look, first of all, I hate to go to weddings. A few reasons why, and funerals as well. First of all, I look at weddings and funerals as a business. Monday to Friday, that's it. Conducted during Monday to Friday. Saturdays and Sundays are for rest, recreation, and sports. Right, guys? Yeah, don't let me hang here. Anyway, when you're as old as I am, you've gone to a lot of weddings. You look back, and most of the people are not even married anymore. We're talking fraud here. Now, one person has ever called me up and said, hey, Bob, how would you like to come to my catered divorce? Never, you know. And do you know what a simple wedding here in the Seattle area takes? 5 stinking hours. We're talking 5 hours. That's longer than Notre Dame football game. Now, when I wear a suit and a tie for 5 hours, I want to get paid for it. And nobody has ever said, you know, Bob, why don't you come to our wedding, wear your stinking suit and tie, we'll pay you for it. I still wouldn't go, but I mean, that would be exciting. We went to the wedding. Guys, now bear with me, but you know, this is called marriage maintenance. You know, you got to do these things. But before we went to the wedding, I said, who's the funeral for? She said, well, Bob, so-and-so. I said, well, geez, who cares? That guy was a jerk. I mean, let him go, you know? And my wife goes, but the widow always knows who didn't show up at the funeral. I go, what? I spent a lot of time saying what in my wife's conversations, because I'm always surprised what she's going to say. I said, what is she going to do with the funeral? Not take roll, leave, party at 2, first pew. Gee. I said, look, if Bob was going to get out of his casket and he was taking roll, that would concern me. We'd be right up front. But at the wedding, because I raised daughters, I was very concerned. First of all, the couple. You know, they always hear, gee, good-looking guy, good-looking guy. Not true at all. These people look bad. They were doomed from the start. I felt sorry for the guy who had to, you know, put the bill, the father of the bride, because I raised daughters. And I said, hey, you paid $8,000 to $11,000 for this wedding, right? He said, right on, Paul. And I said, now listen, pray, you know, pray to God that this doesn't happen. But what if that good-looking couples down there decide to get a divorce, do a year down the pike? He said, I'd kill him. Do you work for the post office? Hey, thank you, and good night.
So, coming to the stage now, performer number 8, my personal favorite, ladies and gentlemen, our second woman comedian of the night. Please welcome to the stage, Heidi Hansen. Heidi Hansen.
So, I'm going to play with this for a second. You just watch. How's everybody doing tonight? I want you all to know that you're lucky I'm here. I was in bed with the flu all day today. kind of looked like this guy over here, only it was more like this. My breakfast made its debut about 2 o'clock today, so dinner has been staying down so far, but if I leave the stage suddenly, don't take it personal. It's just my dinner deciding to have a coming out party. My name is Heidi, and a comic friend of mine got me this book, The Story of Heidi. You know the story? Little gal up in the Alps hanging out with her grandfather and a bunch of goats. Well, now she's a high-priced hooker in LA. But I think there might still be goats involved. Anyway, I took a stand-up comedy class this summer to meet men. And I started thinking about this, and stand-up comedy is something you do alone, so I didn't quite think that through. I mean, I'm really kind of tired of doing things for myself alone. Because I am single. I'm a single white female. My height is proportionate to my weight. I'm a non-smoker, light drinker, and I have no sexually transmitted diseases. Would anyone like to give me any? I am single, I read the personal ads, but I can't respond to them because the men in there are all looking for petite women, and that excludes me unless, of course, Bigfoot were advertising for a date. I'm also holding out for the out of my dreams, really old multimillionaire with no living relatives seeks wife. So, I'll be waiting for that guy. Anyway, I am a restaurant manager, or as I prefer to call myself, a complaint stylist. I am the person that you complain to if you find a hair in your food. If you find a hair in your Coke, you'll have to talk to Clarence Thomas. Let's see, I was running an errand over on the east side the other day, and I don't drive a Lexus, a Mercedes, or BMW, so I had to get a day permit to drive my car through Bellevue. Anyway, another traffic problem I have is parking in Seattle. I don't know if any of you have trouble parking in Seattle. There's a lot of no parking signs. And you get really excited when you think you've found a place to park, and then you look up and there's a sign, no parking within 30 feet. So I've come up with a formula to calculate that, to make it a little less frustrating. I figure I'm about 6 foot tall if I lie down on the sidewalk 5 times. There's my parking place. Let's see, what else is going on? My dad was a cop. Kind of brought a whole new meaning to the phrase, wait till your dad gets home. Because when we were in trouble, instead of getting sent to our rooms, we got sent to a little jailhouse out in the backyard. But it wasn't all bad having my dad as a cop, because he retired from the police department the same year that I lost my virginity, and I got to keep his handcuffs. So, had a little fun with that after all. What else is going on with me? I have actually been dating a little bit. I was dating an Italian guy, but he was too sexually aggressive, so I had to break it off. And I miss the spaghetti dinners that he used to cook for me. He taught me this little trick that Italians use to test if spaghetti is ready. Do any of you know this? You throw it against the wall, if it sticks, it's ready. Well, unfortunately, he liked to use that same method while having sex. Anyway, I just want to thank my friends for coming out and for you all being here tonight. I'm going to do a little short, I can't even talk anymore, that's why I'm going to stop. Just a little short set tonight because I am not feeling 100%. But thanks for coming out. That's me, I'm Heidi Hansen. Thanks for laughing.
How you guys, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you, Heidi. We're going to move right along with our show and introduce you to comedian number 9, my personal favorite, and the general manager of the Detroit Pistons. Please welcome to the stage, Mr. John Kerr. Give him a hand, John Kerr.
Oh, God, I think I just forgot everything I was supposed to... No. Okay, oh, jeez, I can't do this. Can somebody coax me? Try to get me to do this. Okay, jeez, I just can't do it. Come on, louder! Louder! Okay, all right. My name is John Kerr. I'm from Yakima. That's Yakima, Washington. Anybody here a native Washingtonian? Yeah. Anybody not? Can you say squim? Can you say skookumchuck? That's a river down south here where the Indians used to vomit. Yeah. Like I said, I am from Yakima, which is the Beirut of eastern Washington. Yes, when a kid comes to home from school and his father says, well, Johnny, what did you learn in school today? He says, well, Daddy, I learned that a 7.62 round has a 1,635 feet per minute muzzle velocity, that a claymore has 3 safeties, and... Whoa. Yes, you see, in Yakima we have these varied forms of entertainment. One of the things that we like to do in Yakima for entertainment is float the river. We float the river all summer long. We have a good time. The Yakima River flows at about 3 miles an hour. You can change the direction of your raft by sticking your foot anywhere around your inner tube. Of course, we do have to sacrifice one guy a year to the river god. But the way we figured is, if you're too drunk to survive on the Yakima River, it's like Darwinist, improving the breed type thing, because you know what? He doesn't deserve to live. I mean, you can float and vomit all the way to the shore. Yeah. Well, the thing I hate about Yakima is Sunday afternoons. Sunday afternoons. I mean, we're talking about nothing. Did anybody see the Omega Man? Remember the way LA looked? That's Yakima on a Sunday afternoon. My brother and I, we go to a movie. And we get out of the movie and we start walking. I can't move marks on it. We're still walking. And we see, nothing. Nothing at all. It's just, it's a plague. Everybody's dead. And they've been dead for 2 years. We're time warped into the future. No, actually. So I called my brother Greg. I says, Greg, there's nobody down here. We're walking across the valley. You gotta come and get us. He says, I'm out here. It's sure if you will. 2 young men on a deserted planet. Which was us. Oh, yes. Have you ever noticed that women must put off vibes that make men stupid? You could have a bunch of rocket scientists standing around talking about quantum physics and Lucidian geometry, and a beautiful woman walks in and says, Yeah, you know. Yeah, and they say that the biggest difference between men and women is that men can write their name in the snow. Yeah, well, I beg to differ here. I beg to differ because you know what? I've seen women write their name in the snow, and it's a lot more fun to watch. Got the ice! Yeah. And one thing I like to do for you is because several of my members of my family have been into weightlifting before, and we do understand the dangers of steroids. But I would like to show you the way Arnold Schwarzenegger scratches his head. I'll be back. headresses in the 70s. Whoa, seasick and I'm just on the stage. Hey, it was funnier than that. Okay. Anyway, I was thinking about this new thing about, gay people in the military. I personally am not homophobic and I have nothing against gay people. However, I was thinking about this. The new aircraft carrier that Clinton's bringing off the line now, the Raging Queen. And I was thinking about this. Could you imagine the deck boss bringing in an F-14 for the first time? Oh, here it comes. Oh, get some. Get some. Oh, get some. Oh, get some. Oh, he gives good chat. Born to be wild. Okay. Anyway. Oh, gosh, what was I going to talk about now? Anybody know? You're not going to help me here? Yeah? Okay. What I would like to talk to you about now, for my last joke, is probably about the salmon. The salmon lives for 3 years out in the ocean. The salmon, it's a fish. And this is this is the Pacific Northwest. It's a fish. Okay. The salmon lives up in this creek, and it goes down there into the ocean, it avoids, orcas and everything for 3 years, until finally it finds its way back up to the very stream where it was born after dodging bears and everything, and fishermen, long riders, to make love just once. Once. And die. Do you know what I mean, ladies? You ever dated anybody like that? Just once and die. Well, my name is John Kerr, and I'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming up here and seeing me tonight. Thank you.
John Kerr, ladies and gentlemen, and the people who love him, John Kerr. By the way, for those of you who are baseball fans, the Toronto Blue Jays came back and won that game 15-14. In regulation, the longest 9-inning baseball game in history, and also the greatest of 29 runs scored, the greatest number of runs scored in a 9-inning game in history as well. So, a little history in the making going on TV, and fuck, you were here. So, there you go. Well, see, I thought, it's true, it's all true. But I thought, no, it's not a joke. See, but I thought probably you guys would be interested because it's tough to be a baseball fan and live in the Pacific Northwest. No, it is. It is. It's tough. I've been living 14 years. I've been living here 14 years, and I'm a baseball fan. It's been great. I tell you though, I support the team, and if you like me, you got to support the Seattle Mariners. Go to the games. I love going to Seattle Mariners game. I do because sometimes they let you pitch. Love you all that. So, anyway. It's great. You go to the game now. Pitching for Seattle, section 3022088 seat 7. That's me. Anyway, boys and girls, we're going to move right along to our next performer. He is performer number 10. He is my personal favorite. Please welcome to the stage a good friend of mine, James Hennigan. Give a hand, James Hennigan.
Let's hear it from Mr. Sincerity and Karen Carpenter. Oh, there's some fans. My name is James Hennigan. I'm my personal favorite. I don't know about Ron. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I'm a vet and ex-postal employee. So, no sudden moves, please. And I've got the Seahawks defensive line here, I think, in the middle of the crowd, so be careful. I read a report in the Seattle Times the other day, and they funded a study and found out that the best way to get shot in this country is to own a gun. Oh, you knew this? We didn't know this in now. That would have saved a lot of people. They gave it to us. What can I tell you? I was trying to park. Somebody mentioned parking in Seattle. I was trying to park here the other day, by Pioneer Square, which I think is impossible. I don't know if that's like a used car lot. Those cars never move. But I found a spot, and I backed in there, and I hit the car behind me, and had one of those alarm systems from all over the world. You know, about 9 different sounds go off, and start away from the car. But I got a little shaken up, so I got out of my van. I just about clipped a cop going by. So then I'm really nervous, and I'm standing on the sidewalk, and he calls me over, and I guess he didn't like the way I was parking or something. But said, I need to see your license, I need to see your registration, I need to see your proof of insurance. I said, hey, fuck you, what about my needs? This is the 90s, right? Some real police lovers out there. But he got upset. You know how they are. They have to do their macho image. So he ran a check on me, and I'm clean in Washington. I wasn't worried about it. But he came back with a ticket I had in Arizona that I hadn't taken care of. And so this guy claims that attempted murder is a big deal in Washington. Arizona is like a $15, $20 ticket. This guy's treating me like a criminal. He puts the cuffs on me, and he's taking me downtown. And we're cruising along here. We get down right at Pioneer Square, and I got about 400 people crossing the street, all these people doing the underground tour. Anybody ever been on that tour? Yeah. What the fuck do they show you down there? What an idea that was. But so I figured, hell with it, I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna bolt. And we had to slow down there, and shit, I about hurt myself jumping off that bicycle. But I outran the guy, and well, actually, all I had to do was get out of the bike lane, and he just kind of stood there and glared at me, you know, like they do at the stop sign. But just got a new job with the UW, and I get a hell of a deal on bowl game tickets. If anybody's interested after my set. And what else is going on? One of the comics told me some disturbing news. They said the Beatles were breaking up. And, yeah, that bitch, you know, she did it. I know. But and they're having a big 25th anniversary Woodstock celebration. And if any of the rest of you were there, you might be interested in that. A lot of people are going back because we're in our 40s and 50s and looking for our lost innocence, our lost youth. I'm trying to find that fucking guy that sold me the brown acid. I miss Jimmy altogether. Where the hell are we? And maybe that roach clip with the feathers and the beads, but I don't think so. I was sitting out here waiting for this place to open up, and this guy came up to my window and asked me if I wanted to buy a rock. I guess that's crack. And is $10 a lot for? I guess it's in the car still. Seemed like a lot of money, but I don't do drugs myself. I've been off drugs for 3.5, almost 4 hours. Because I've got a couple of teenagers, and I've been trying to teach them to stay away from drugs, and I've been pretty successful. They stay away from my drugs. That's important. That's important. And I'm trying to teach them about safe sex, and I really come up against a generational thing here because when I was a kid, like a lot of you people, safe sex, if Roman's out of town, that's safe sex. It's a whole different thing now. But, you know, it's weird. You know, I use a condom. I'm married, I use a condom. I have for a couple of years. It's really starting to chafe, too. That's true. My kids went to school the other day, and they like to wear a bandana or something to keep their hair back, and they can't do it because there's so many gangs, and somebody will get you. So to be on the safe side, my senior in high school, he wore a tie-dye bandana to school, and a bunch of deadheads beat the living shit out of him. Anyway, you know the difference between a Porsche and a porcupine? One's got pricks on the outside. Thank you. Thank you.
Anyway, we're going to move right along with our show, and I'm going to introduce you to comedian number 11. For tonight, he is my personal favorite. Please welcome to the stage, Mr. Bill Morrow. Give him a hand. Bill Morrow, come on. Give him a hand.
Pleasure to be here. Pleasure to be here this evening. What's up? Yeah, I'm just glad to be alive. Yeah, see, some of my white friends want to take me on a hunting trip. But, nah, hell no. I ain't going hunting. See, y'all white folks, y'all be shooting each other up, mistaking each other for deer and shit. Don't look nothing like no deer. Check this out.
I was looking for a
Same color as a deer. No way in hell I'm gonna be prancing my black ass through the woods talking about bam! Oh shit! Damn! Oh damn! Call 911. And hunters ain't got no sympathy. Be talking about bullshit. I ain't calling no 911. I'm tagging your ass. This here talking one is mine. Next thing I know, I'm riding through town across the hood of a Chevy pickup. Hanging up in somebody's den above their fireplace talking about, no hunting for me. Hunters, I tell you what, when you get done hunting, please, get your guns out of your cars. Damn, put them away, lock them up. See, little kids be getting hold of them, and the gangbangers are getting them. See, gangbangers aren't getting guns from the sporting goods store. They can't go, oh, sir, yes, I'd like a 9mm. It doesn't work that way. They get the hot guns, see, so they're untraceable. Then they can go do these crazy things. You know, they popping each other for any old thing. Come on. What? No, man, you dissing me, man. No, man, I'm not trying to hear that, man. What do you mean Captain Crunch is better than Cocoa Pebbles? Bam! There's crisper in milk, punk. Be shooting each other over tennis shoes and shit. Well, $175 for a pair of tennis shoes. Grand larceny on some tennis shoe theft. Seriously, soon, they'll have a television commercial addressing the situation, or at least they should, and it'll go something like this. What up, cuz? Man, I like them stupid shoes, man. They slamming, jamming. Wonder if they'll fit me. Take them off. Are you too slow, punk? Bam. Take them off. Get out of them. Take them off with a good hand. Don't get no blood on my shoes, fool. Has this ever happened to you? Has anyone ever copped your kids? Snug off with your sneakers? Ripped your red ball jets? Well, it need not ever happen again. Introducing Dr. Soul's Funky Foot Odorizers. Guaranteed to prevent pesky punkish perpetrators from purloining your precious pumps. Available in 3 aromatically atrocious aromas. The incredibly foul stinkweed stench. The super stanky skunk butt funk. And the profusely putrid 10-day-old tuna fish sandwich left unwrapped in a paper sack in the glove box of a broken down 1956 Buick Roadmaster left in the middle of Mojave Desert, mid-August 1966, 150 degrees Fahrenheit. One whiff, and the pesky punkish perpetrator will be puking profusely. So remember, when it comes to musty, moldy, toe jam, gym sock, skunk, butt, funk, foot, feet, Dr. Souls can't be beat. Often imitated, never duplicated. Walk in on your heels, ride out on some wheels. You've tried the rest, now try the best. Dr. Souls funky foot odorizers. Now available in the super stanky, skunk butt, smelly, musty, moldy, little stank, skunk, funk, Limburger, rat burger, stinky, clear formula. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. That's my time.
Move right along to comedian number 12. Oh my God, you guys are still here. Unbelievable. Good job. How about an applause for you guys? Yeah. Hey, you know what? This skeleton is supposed to glow in the dark. So let's see if it really does. Carl, turn all the lights off. Turn all the lights off. Let's see if the skeleton really glows in the dark. All the room lights and the stage lights. Come on, let's see it. Carl, go through. Where would you go through? Yeah, actors are funny and we are. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it works. Turn the lights back on. Golly. Boy, that was the biggest applause anybody's gotten all night. Holy shit. Anyway. That is. You're telling an idiot's going. Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to stage comedian number 12 tonight. A warm round of applause and all your attention to Mr. Al Treferis. Al Treferis, give him a hand.
You're going for a run. Oh, come on, give me. How you guys doing? All right, good. Thanks for sticking around. I almost didn't make it here tonight. I was late getting out of my meeting of Procrastinators Anonymous. Yeah, today was our big 4th of July barbecue. It was a lot of fun, it really was. Before I get started, I need to get to know you guys, so just a quick show of hands. How many people would rather die than be a martyr? Okay, how many people know what a martyr is? Never mind. That's okay. How many people are not anti-pro-life? Okay, how many people need more time to figure out what the fuck I just asked? I'll come back to that one. Alright, how many people quit smoking pot so they can take all that money they save and buy some real good pot? Okay. Are you in the USS? Okay, you're protecting our borders, I see. Okay. Did you ever smoke pot that was so bad it made you straighter? It's like pot grown by Mormons. Take a couple of hits, you get this uncontrollable urge to do your taxes. Ride around on 10 speeds and annoy people. Anybody? Okay, that's all right. You know, I believe in Washington, marijuana is a felony, but, you know, like California, they decriminalized it. Over there, the cops will bust you for smoking bad pot. Yeah. I got a ticket there once for doing dirt weed in a Maui Wowie zone.
You know, why is marijuana illegal? I mean, what are they afraid of exactly? That people are going to smoke pot and, you know, hold up a 7-Eleven? I mean, I can just see the guy. Okay, give me all your money and a Nutter Butter. And a box of jujubes and some pork rinds. And, I mean, the police would get there and the guy'd be in the back going, okay, I'm going to take a case of goobers. And here, hold my gun for a second. I mean, you know, it's not like people are going to smoke pot and get in car accidents. I mean, the only people that drive slower than Orientals are stoners. You can always tell a stoner car, it's the one with the bug splattered on the back window. Yeah. Well, let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Al Triferis. I'm a recent college graduate. Thanks. Yeah, I crammed 4 years of college into 8. Well, I don't mean to brag, but actually it wasn't a real university. It was a correspondence school, and unfortunately they don't have the greatest scholastic reputations. After I graduated, I started getting rejection letters from companies that I hadn't even applied to. Dear Mr. Triferis, we understand you're a recent correspondence school graduate, so don't even think about it. Signed, night manager, Taco Bell. Yeah, I know, it's terrible. Thanks for mentioning that for me. Yeah, there was one good thing about getting a mail-order degree. On the back of my diploma, there was a coupon for 2-for-1 special at Pizza Hut. Hey, thank you. My girlfriend was supposed to be here tonight, but she's kind of pissed off at me. Of course, you know, I have no idea, you know, what it is that I did wrong, because like most girls, she won't tell me what's bothering her, but she'll tell the rest of the planet. It's gotten so bad now, when I want to figure out what's bothering her, I got to turn on CNN. What the hell? I get an update every half hour. In our top stories this evening, Clinton nominates a Supreme Court justice and comedian Al Triferis comes too fast. Honey? Okay, so I have a little problem with my hang time. At least I have the ability to have orgasms. With her, it takes like an act of Congress. I mean, just to satisfy her, I gotta use 4 vibrators at the same time. I got 9 of them on battery packs, recharging. I got an indie pit crew helping me through those tense exchanges. ESPN's covering the whole thing live. We're here at hour number 13 of Al's Orgasmathon. Standing there, I got like dildos strapped to my head and pinwheels on my nipples. I'm doing a fucking Apache rain dance. Come, 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 come. And she's always just, you know, that close. She made me. I've only got 5 minutes here, so please. I could go on forever, but she made me join Premature Ejaculators Anonymous. Well, that's okay. I mean, the meetings don't last very long. You know, I'm in and out in a couple of minutes. So, hey, you guys have been a lot of fun. Enjoy the rest of the show. Thanks a lot.
And ride this crest of hilarity. Please welcome to the stage comedian number 13, and you're still here, by God, good for you. Please welcome to the stage Mr. Jeremy Kalmbach. Give him a hand. Jeremy Kalmbach.
It's nice to be here tonight. A lot nicer than flying. I don't think anybody actually likes flying, except the airlines hype up the flying all the time. They always talk about how great their food is, and of course how great their comfort is. I don't think the food can be considered that great. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure that it's found on a few lists of the top leading causes for bulimia. And if it's so great, then why did they give you a barf bag with it in the first place? And the comfort, they act like they're a hotel. They talk about how the comfort is so great, but everything's miniaturized. Every time they bring up a little pillow, I expect them to have a Tic Tac in the center of it or something. And what is the little pillow made out of anyways? What is that, a cotton ball sewed up around a Kleenex or something? I don't really think its purpose is for comfort. I mean, there's got to be another purpose. What is it? A pillow fighting for Greenpeace members or something? Clinton's been doing a pretty good job, except I don't really know about his healthcare reform. I mean, it's not that I don't think we don't need healthcare reform, but I just don't think that he should be the one in charge of it. I mean, does this really make sense to you? We have a guy in charge. We have a guy changing our entire healthcare system who comes from a state where they study leeches and most major surgeries. Their main means of anesthetic are a bottle of Jack Daniels and a strip of leather. I mean, I may be far off here, but the words Clinton and health don't really go together to me. I mean, we're talking about a guy who encourages great consumptions of cholesterol. His main idea for the most important artery of the body isn't the heart, but the hair. How many of you are Three Stooges fans? You gotta have a lot of respect for the Stooges. There's only three of them. They still get more done than all Congress put together. Have you heard about the new ice draft from Budweiser? That sounds appealing. Ice Bear. And they say it's new. That's not new. Ice Bear's not new. That's when someone gets so drunk that they put the bear back in the freezer instead of the fridge. One thing I don't understand is dog food. We always have a beef flavor. That's just easier for us. I mean, you never see any dogs hauling down any cows or anything. But I guess we're not that strange compared to China. They're real upset still because they aren't getting the next Olympics because of their human rights problems. They act like they don't have any human rights problems. This coming from a country whose favorite holiday meal is man's best friend. Dog food in China probably literally is dog food. I'd hate to see the dog food commercials in China. There's probably some happy dog running around going, poodles and bits and bits and bits, poodles and bits and bits and bits. It's pretty sick when a country plays fetch with Ginsu knives. Every Tuesday night for leftovers, they have leftover lassie. Whenever a stray puppy comes to the door, all the children are like, Mommy, Mommy, he's so cute. Can you eat him? Please, can I eat him? Every Chinese family's ultimate dream holiday meal probably is Clifford the Big Red Dog. I went to my first opera. That was kind of interesting. Everybody in the audience has little opera glasses. I was the only one not to have opera glasses. I felt kind of out of place because of this, but I don't really understand the purpose of opera glasses. Like, you can't see the fat lady. And then speaking of the fat lady, afterwards, I went backstage and I struck up a conversation with the fat lady. I don't know if she was a little drunk or anything, but just all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she just said to me, will you marry me? And I'm like, well, time out. I'm like, will you marry me? And I mean, she's like, will you marry me? And I'm like, no, thank you. I mean, thank you, but I'd like you to carry my wife into the hotel room without assistance from the bellhop. One thing I don't understand about dating is the pickup lines. Why do guys even use pickup lines? Pickup lines never work. Pretty much explains it by looking at the most popular pickup line that there is. What's your sign? What's your sign? That's not going to work. You come up to a woman and you say, what's your sign? She's going to say, do not disturb. Thank you very much, and God bless you. I'm Jeremy Callback.